I didn't know anything about the Abel Powers exchange. I knew about Gary Powers because all of us, and certainly I grew up in the 50s, 60s, all of us had heard that the U-2 spy plane had been shot down and Gary Powers had been put on public display, public trial. But the story for me as a youngster kind of ended with a spectacular shoot down. And I didn't realize that something had happened subsequent to his capture, which was this very backroom exchange, spy swap between Rudolf Abel, a Soviet spy, and Gary Powers, the American spy pilot. Two spies, in fact. So this is something that was brought to my attention by Matt Sharman, who had come to DreamWorks to tell us the story that he had unearthed in his interest in that period. And when I first heard the story, it was hard to believe that for me. I listened to the story and said, this sounds like a film. This sounds like a movie. Did this really happen? And we certainly checked on the events and vetted his research. And absolutely, the events that we depict in our film, the actual events, are absolutely true. I think the character that Tom Hanks plays, James B. Donovan, he was, I guess, what you would call the standing man or the stand-up kind of guy that stands up for what he believes in to be a universal truth, which is basically justice for all, regardless of what side of the Iron Curtain you are on. In this case, whether you were a communist, a Soviet spy, where your sympathies lied, he was only interested in the letter of the law. And so based on some technicalities, some flaws he found in the arrest of Abel and the illegal search and seizure of his studio and his apartment, he was able to find some, I guess, fissures in the state's case against Rudolf Abel, and was able to, get a very good defense underway. I thought Tom was the obvious choice to play Donovan. Tom's own morality and his own sense of equality and fairness, and the fact that Tom does such good things in the world, by using wisely, his celebrity and his intelligence and his points of view. He has so many of them that I thought it was a good fit to see if Tom would play James Donovan.